In May 2026, the western coast of Turkey became the stage for one of the most ambitious military exercises in the region. Along the Aegean shoreline near Izmir, artillery thundered across the landscape. Fighter jets cut through the sky. Amphibious assault craft surged toward the beaches as troops from dozens of nations moved through one of the most complex combat simulations of the year. This was EFES 2026, Turkey's largest combined joint military exercise. But EFES 2026 was far more than a routine training drill. It was a demonstration of military readiness, a showcase of advanced Turkish defense technology, and a strategic message to allies and rivals alike. So, what exactly is EFES? Why does it matter? And what made the 2026 edition so significant? To understand that, we first need to understand what EFES is. EFES is one of the Turkish Armed Forces' largest recurring live-fire military exercises. Held every 2 years, it is designed to test how effectively Turkey can coordinate operations across every branch of its military. That includes land forces, naval units, air assets, amphibious assault teams, special operations forces, and increasingly, electronic warfare and unmanned systems. The exercise takes its name from Ephesus, the ancient city located near Turkey's western coast, a symbolic reference to the region's historic strategic importance. But despite its historic name, EFES is focused entirely on the future of warfare. The 2026 exercise brought together more than 10,000 military personnel from approximately 50 participating countries, making it one of the largest multinational military events ever hosted by Turkey. The exercise was centered around the Doğanbey training area near Izmir, a location specifically suited for large-scale live fire and amphibious assault scenarios. EFES's 2026 unfolded in 2 major phases. The first was a command post exercise, focused on planning, simulation, and multinational coordination. This phase tested how commanders from multiple countries could coordinate battlefield decisions in a realistic digital combat environment. The second phase was where things became far more dramatic. This was the live fire operational phase, and this is where EFES 2026 became a full-scale display of modern combined arms warfare. The exercise simulated a complex battlefield scenario involving conventional combat, urban warfare, amphibious landings, airborne insertion, tunnel clearing operations, and special forces missions. Unlike older military drills built around traditional battlefield concepts, EFES's 2026 focused heavily on hybrid warfare. That means simulating the kinds of conflicts modern militaries are most likely to face today. Operations involving urban environments, underground infrastructure, electronic disruption, and rapidly shifting tactical threats. One of the most striking moments of the exercise was the large-scale amphibious assault demonstration. Off the Aegean coast, Turkish naval vessels provided fire support while assault craft approached the shoreline. As the landing forces hit the beach, armored vehicles rolled directly onto land, while helicopters inserted airborne units further inland. Within minutes, a coordinated beachhead had been established. These operations are among the most difficult military maneuvers to execute. They require precise timing between sea, air, and ground units. EFES's 2026 demonstrated Turkey's growing ability to conduct exactly this kind of synchronized operation. But military coordination was only part of the story. One of the most important aspects of EFES 2026 was its role as a showcase for Turkey's rapidly expanding domestic defense industry. The exercise featured dozens of indigenous weapon systems, many of which were demonstrated in operational conditions. Among the most closely watched systems was the Bayraktar TB3. Turkey's carrier-capable unmanned combat drone. Designed to operate from short-deck naval platforms, it represents a major step in Turkey's ambitions for naval drone warfare. Also drawing major attention was the TCG Anadolu, Turkey's flagship amphibious assault ship. Often described as a symbol of the country's growing expeditionary capability, the vessel played a central role in demonstrating integrated naval operations. Other systems included advanced artillery platforms, anti-tank missile systems, autonomous drone technologies, and electronic warfare assets. According to Turkish defense reporting, dozens of newly introduced systems were displayed during the exercise. This made EFES 2026 more than a training operation. It became a live demonstration of Turkey's defense manufacturing capabilities. For international observers, this was effectively a military technology exhibition under real operational conditions. The air component of the exercise was equally impressive. Turkish F-16 fighter jets conducted coordinated strike simulations, while transport aircraft supported airborne insertion scenarios. The integration between manned aircraft and unmanned systems highlighted an increasingly important trend in modern warfare: the blending of traditional air power with autonomous battlefield technology. Senior Turkish military leadership, foreign defense delegations, and international observers gathered to witness the final live-fire demonstration. This was not simply about training. It was about signaling. The event served as a clear demonstration of Turkey's military capabilities at a time of evolving regional security dynamics. It projected three key messages. First, that Turkey is continuing to develop large-scale multi-domain operational capability. Second, that its domestic defense industry is maturing rapidly. And third, that Ankara intends to remain a major strategic actor in the Eastern Mediterranean and beyond. What makes EFES 2026 particularly significant is how clearly it reflects the changing nature of warfare. Modern battlefields are no longer defined solely by tanks and infantry. They are increasingly shaped by drones, electronic warfare, networked command systems, and rapid multi-domain coordination. EFES 2026 showcased all of these elements. It offered a glimpse into how Turkey is adapting to the next generation of conflict. In many ways, the exercise was not just about preparing for future wars. It was about demonstrating who intends to shape the future battlefield. On the shores of the Aegean, EFES 2026 delivered a powerful message. Turkey is investing heavily in military modernization, technological independence, and operational flexibility. And with EFES 2026, it made that ambition visible to the world. EFES 2026 was not just a military exercise. It was a statement of intent.